You said what?
Make sure everything is live and everything. Sometimes it gives me. Sometimes it just supposed to this. Alright, talk again just to make sure I grab in your audio.
Yo, this is me talking.
Alright, we should be good. What's up, Joe? Yep, playing some Magic. About to play. Alright, shuffle, so I'm good.
Oh, how convenient.
I'm gonna shuffle again.
No, I don't care. I literally just sleeved this deck, so I know I need to shuffle and shuffle well.
Appreciate it, Joe. Let me know how the audio is. I need to put anybody's audio up a little higher. I know I put both of our audios up pretty high since I'm not playing no games. There's no video game background noise, so
What you got first up on the docket, Nuke? What deck are you running first?
Void Gorger.
Hell yeah. Got some Eldrazi action going. Have
Gotta
you
add
have you
a lot more. Deck has so many H's.
how have you gotten familiar with the deck yet?
Yeah, I got familiar. I'm still figuring out using his
Yeah.
in it right, but other than that, yeah, I've been like practicing against myself, figuring it out.
Well, luckily this game you're gonna get to see a whole lot of Cascade because I'm playing the first sliver. So we both are gonna be cascading all over the place. Yeah, let me just throw my cards on the ground. That's fine.
Putting new sleeves on cards is the
It's
worst.
it's the worst.
Especially having 100 cards. It's so slippery and keep
I'm
on
sitting
falling and falling and falling.
I'm sitting here, you can see them in my hands. I'm just trying to hold on to them, like.
Love this a lot. It's probably helped me learn the game, maybe get into some decks myself. I've been enjoying it a lot. It's been a lot of fun playing it.
Hell, I'm a certified rules advisor, and I still don't know how the game works.
Crouton been trying to get me to play this game for a long time.
4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I can keep this. Shall we do high roll?
Out of 10.
Yeah, you got it. A 10 on 2d6 is insane. Yeah, I'm good.
I'll play Guideless Commons, sorry. Guideless Commons, tapped, and I pass.
Cool. I will draw. I will play a Frontier Bivouac. I'm not even going to try to say that word. Bivouac? Bivouac? Bivouac. How do you say that word?
Try to say it.
Yeah, I was like
Bivouac?
bivouac. Bivouac? Yeah,
Bivouac,
that
yeah.
that sounds right.
Bivouac.
Uh,
Bivouac
it
sounds
enter it enters tapped. I can tap it for a green, blue, or red, and I will pass back to you.
tap. Oh, I'll play Tyrant Sanctum, and I'll tap two in mine.
Nice.
I'll pass.
I will untap. I have no upkeep trigger, so I will go ahead and draw.
I come from Yu-Gi-Oh! That's probably why. I come from Yu-Gi-Oh! Also.
I will then play a Mystic Monastery. That enters tapped, and I will pass as well.
Tap.
We're playing some good old fair magic over here.
Now,
At least for now, until one of us does some buffoonery.
I'll play. I'll play Miracle, and I'll tap three to play Matter Shaper.
What does that do?
Matter Shaper. Ozzy. Matter card in battlefield. Permanent card.
Solid.
And I pass.
I will untap. I will draw. I will go ahead and play Sliver Hive as land for turn. I can tap it to add 1 to my mana pool. I can add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool, spend this mana only to cast a Sliver spell. Or I could pay 5 and tap it and put a 1/1 colorless Sliver token onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only if you control a Sliver. I will then tap for 3 to cast Herald's Horn. It is an artifact. As Herald's Horn enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I will choose Slivers. Creature spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. And then I will pass turn to you.
got nothing yet. I need to keep stacking colorless before you start getting stuff. I will. I'll play waste thing. I will tap. I'll tap 3. Play Fire Streak. Equipped has double attack to target catch target creature. So matter reshape.
Are you paying the 2 to equip it?
No.
So it does. So
Yeah.
it does not have double strike.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
there we go. You're good. I just want to make
That's
sure.
not, yeah, my bad. Yeah. I'll put it like this.
Cool. Yep. That's
And
exactly how you should do it.
I'll attack you.
You'll pass, right?
I'll attack first before I pass.
All right. What's his power?
Yeah, it's 3 power.
So double strike. I will take 6, going down to 34.
Now I'll pass.
And make sure to tap him after he's attacked. Roll. I will play
A good start for me so far.
a mountain as land for turn. I will then oh, I forgot my Herald's Horn trigger. That sucks. I will tap for 2 and a white, thanks to Herald's Horn, to play Regal Sliver. It is a 3/3. Sliver creatures you control have whenever this creature enters the battlefield. Slivers you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. If you're the monarch, otherwise you become the monarch. I will then tap Mystic Monastery for a white to play Sentinel Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have vigilance. That will trigger off of Regal Sliver, making me the monarch. The monarch reads, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, its controller becomes the monarch. Moving to my end step, I will draw a card, and it is now your turn.
I attack, I become.
If you get through.
I'll untap. I like the house system playing this game a lot. Can't even really get one tapped round 1 like that. Oh, for sure, bro. Getting freaking one tapped in Yu-Gi-Oh was the best. They sit there with a 30-minute turn, and now you lost. We'll play Blast Zone for my land per turn. Blast Zone enters the battlefield with a charge on it. I could tap for 1 colorless. XX, but X count Blast Zone. Or if I put 3, sacrifice Blast Zone, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters on Blast Zone.
Wow.
Oh, Vito self-destruct. And I will. Oh, what? I'll tap for 6. I'll play Steel Hellkite. Flying. Steel Hellkite gets 1+. 0 until end of turn. If I tap for 2, is colorless tap. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value X whose controller was dealt combat damage by Steel Hellkite. This turn, activate only once each turn.
Hang on, say that again.
Yep, secret. Paragraph monster fight infinite cards to lay you to wait.
Oh, okay. So you pay a certain amount and you destroy things based on how much you pay. Cool.
Pendulum decks. What's the?
I've got a 3/3 and a 2/2.
I don't have no fly.
I do not have any flyers.
What that means? You say you got a what?
3/3 and a 2/2.
Alright, I'll move to my battle phase and I'll attack with paper with double strike and steel hellkite.
The Steel Hellkite have haste.
Oh no, you're right. I can't attack. Oh yeah, I'll pass actually then. Forget
Okay.
about haste. I don't have that card yet.
We will untap. We're not going to forget about my upkeep trigger this time. We are
Yeah,
going to
but
look at the top card of my library. It is not a sliver card, so I will just draw it as land for turn.
Pendulum allows you to summon so many monsters from.
We are going to play an island as land for turn. Then we are going to tap a blue, a red, a black, a green, and a white
That
to
means
play Sliver Hive Lord. Sliver creatures you control have indestructible. That will trigger Sentinel, or I'm sorry, Regal Sliver, and my Sliver creatures have +1/+1 until end of turn. And because of Sentinel Sliver, they have Vigilance, so I will swing at you for 7.
and I'll take the 7.
Cool. And because they have Vigilance, they do not tap.
Trigger
And
3.
moving to my end step, I will draw a card from Monarch. And I will pass turn.
I'll untap. Draw. I will play Bonder's Enclave at my land per turn, and I will tap 6 colorless. Bring out my commander, Zuladoc.
Wowie.
Colorless spells you cast from your hand with mana value 7 or greater have Cascade. When you cast one, exile card from the top of your library and exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Put the exile cards on the bottom of your library in a random order, then do it again.
Yep.
Have fun stuff.
All that fun stuff.
What's your cards on the field again? Your
I have a 3/3, a 2/2, and a 5/5. No flying, just vigilance and indestructible.
you still block if I attack with a flying, right?
I cannot because I have nothing with flying, nothing with reach.
Oh, I thought the. Oh, I thought the. I thought he had a. I thought he was.
Yep. No. There's a couple slivers that give flying or reach, but I haven't
But you haven't put them
put
yet.
them
Oh,
on the
okay.
field yet.
I haven't messed with my deck in a minute.
Yeah.
So
There are some in the deck.
yeah,
I
no.
haven't played them yet.
All right, so I'll move to my battle phase and I will attack with Steel Hellkite 5.
Cool. I will take 5, going to 29.
I will pass.
And make sure to tap him. I'll untap. Upkeep, I have a Herald's Horn trigger. I will look at top card of my library. It is a sliver. It is Sinew Sliver, so I will put that into my hand, and then I will draw for turn. We will play Canopy Vista. It comes in untapped because I control an island and a mountain. And then we will tap for a blue, a red, a black, a green, and a white to play my commander, the first Sliver. Before he enters the field, there is a Cascade trigger, so I will reveal cards from the top, or exile cards from the top of my library until I hit one that costs less. Second from the top, there's 3 visits. I will choose to cast that. And I will find a forest card. I will find Cinderglade, which is a mountain forest. And that goes into my graveyard. And I had another card, didn't I? Oh, I already put it on the bottom. And I will go ahead and shuffle. That will trigger my Regal Sliver whenever he enters the battlefield. And my Regal Sliver, my Sentinel Sliver, and my Sliver Hive Lord will gain +1/+1 until end of turn.
I'm in danger.
Just to show you I'm cutting my deck.
Yep, you're good.
And then I have 2 mana up. So I will tap for a red and 1 thanks to Herald's Horn and play Spiteful Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. Cascade trigger once again. Farseek, it costs less, so I will search my library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card and put it onto the battlefield tapped and then shuffle.
There's all of this plain.
I will find a plains island, put that onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle my library.
I know what I must do next turn. I have the strength to do it.
What are you going to do? Board wipe? They're indestructible. That will then once again trigger my Regal Sliver. So now all of my slivers have +2/+2 until end of turn.
All indestructible?
And they're all indestructible and they all have vigilance. And they all have whenever they're dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker.
What is vigilance? What does vigilance do again?
Vigilance, whenever I attack with the creature, I do not have to tap them. I will then move to my combat step. And I will swing at you with a 5/5, a 4/4, and a 7/7.
5/5, a 4/4, and a 7/7.
Correct.
I'll block the 7/7 is not a flying or nothing like that, right?
7/7 is not a flyer or anything.
Okay, so I'll block the 7/7 and I'll take the damage from.
Cool. Whenever you block you blocked with your 3/3 double strike, right?
Yes.
Cool. Whenever you block with that, Sliver Hive Lord will take 6 damage. Spiteful Sliver will trigger, and I will redirect that 6 damage to you.
Okay, so I'm taking how much now?
5, 9, 15.
Good old 15. Has turned
Good old
bad
15.
very fast.
Also, please draw a card because I forgot you took Monarch from me, and you would have drawn at your end step.
Alright, draw. That'll put me at
Uh,
18.
and then whenever I deal combat damage to you, I'll take Monarch back, and go into my end step, I will draw a card.
That'll put me at 18, and that'll also trigger Matter Reshaper's effect. Whenever Matter Shaper dies, reveal the top card of my library. You may put that card into the battlefield if it's a permanent card with 3 or less. It goes into my. I draw Soul Ring, so I'll play Soul Ring. And you said you pass?
I did, yes.
I'll untap. And I have to hopefully draw. I'll draw up a turn, and I didn't.
And I didn't.
Oh man. Okay, let's figure something out here. Which creature has which creature? It's your creature that's given all of them indestructible, right? If I'm not mistaken, I remember.
Yes, Sliver Hive Lord.
Silver
Sliver
Hive Lord.
creatures you control have indestructible.
Right. I'll tap Soul Ring for 2. I'll tap Blast Zone for 1. And I'll play Transmogrifying Wand. Transmogrifying Wand, if I'm probably butchering that, enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. I tap 1 colorless. Remove a charge counter from the wand. Destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 2/4 white ox creature token. Activate only as a sorcery. So
Before you play that, just so
Yes.
you know, destroy does nothing against indestructible.
So it still stays on the field.
It would still stay on the field, and I would get to make something. Because the indestructible effect says cannot be destroyed.
Yeah. About to untap him. You still don't got nothing with flying, right?
I still have nothing with flying, no.
So I will tap 2 to put Steel Hike to +1/+0, so I'll put his damage to 6. And I'll move to my damage step. I'll send 6 damage towards you.
Cool. I will take 6, going to 23.
And I still have the Monarch, right?
You would have just taken it back, yes.
So I end my turn and I'll draw.
Yep.
And I'll pass.
Cool. I will untap.
Good.
I will Herald's Horn. It is Sliver Legion, so I will put it into my hand.
I need that
And
card.
then I will draw for turn. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my shop to get it in.
I will play a Forest as land for turn. I'll then tap for a blue, a green, a red, a white, and a black. To play Sliver Legion, all Sliver creatures get +1/+1 for each Sliver creature on the battlefield. First off is Cascade.
I'm dead.
It is fucking A, Nature's Lore. So I'll go and find a forest and put it onto the battlefield. Give me a second.
I'm dead, anybody, for whoever's watching.
Hang on.
Hang on before you send like 30 damage my way.
I know there's a forest in here somewhere. Haha, there it is, forest. And it does not come in tapped, which is fantastic.
I've been doing phone calls about my mom. All right, Joe, no problem. Hope she's doing all right.
And then I will cut. And we'll slide that back. Then Sliver Legion enters, which gives all of my slivers +1/+1 until end of turn from Regal Sliver. I will then tap for a white and a red to play Lava Belly Sliver. First off, Cascade.
Aid cast.
That's more. That's a land. That's a land. That's less. Mana Weft Sliver. Cascade again. That's more. That's the same. That's a land. That's the same. Striking Sliver. I have nothing in this deck that costs 0, so I will just put those on the bottom. Which actually, yeah, no, that is right. I think. Because technically, it'd make me reveal my entire deck and then put them on the bottom. Oh, but it's in a random order, so I just shuffle my library. That's right. So then all of these enter. All of these would enter at the same time because of the way Cascade works. So Lava Belly Sliver doesn't see the other two enter, so you don't take the damage there. It would, however, trigger my Regal Sliver. So all of my slivers this turn have +4/+4, in addition to all of their other effects. And then I'll put that back. And then what do I have in the ways of mana? I've got 3 mana untapped. I'm going to tap a Plains to play Sinew Sliver. All silver creatures control get +1/+1. Cascade. Need to find a mana cost of 1.
I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. My wife's father just having that happen to him too, and so y'all know what happened about with my mom. Definitely. I hope it turns out okay. I appreciate you enjoying the stream.
Aha. Soul Ring. I will play that. Those go on the bottom in a random order. And then we will, because of Mana Weft Sliver, silver creatures I control have add 1 mana of any color. We will tap for 1 green, 3, and 4 because of Herald's Horn. To play Megantic Sliver, silver creatures you control get +3/+3. Once again, Cascade. Gemhide Sliver. Once again, Cascade.
So they got +4, +3s.
They've got a lot of
They
shit.
got indestructible. They got
We'll go through it here in a minute. I need to find something with mana value of 1.
Usually like this, guys, we would just like if me and him was just playing off stream, we would just like end it and just keep on going. But I just got this deck for him, which is funny. I
Yeah,
just
it's my
got this
birthday
deck
coming
for
up.
him, and I'm about to lose. I'm about to lose too once he's done.
Yeah, you see why I told you to get this deck, right?
Yeah. So I'm playing. We're playing Commander Masters. I'm playing Zuladoc, and he's playing Sliver Swarm.
Yep. Technically, mine is a little bit different because I did throw some upgrades in there, namely the first sliver, which is allowing me to do all of this cascade. And I know I have a 1 mana creature in here. I'm just trying to find it.
Yes, I have Sliver Swarms here. Well, that's the deck he's using with just extra cards in it. Same cards he's using. I'm gonna be adding to this. Well, I just haven't. My shop just haven't gotten the cards in yet.
Here we go. Gale Rider Sliver. Cascade again, but I don't have anything that costs 0. Hey, I have flying now.
I have flying now.
All right, so those 3 will enter. You will take 3 damage. I will gain 3 life because of Lava Belly Sliver.
Not that it matters, but I will go from 18, 15.
Alrighty, so
I got
now
2 creatures to block. 6, 5 on your side that can attack.
I only have 4 that can attack
4
because
that
I
can
did not
attack.
draw anything that gives them haste. However, this turn, so let's do the math real quick.
I want to.
So as far as keyword abilities go, they have vigilance, they have indestructible, they have flying, and they have
Explain what each one does as you're going, so people who don't know
yeah,
know.
that'd actually be a really good idea. Thank you. So indestructible cannot be destroyed. Vigilance, I can attack without tapping them. Flying can only be blocked by creatures with flying or with reach. And first strike, they deal their combat damage first. So if he were to block, I would deal damage to that creature before he dealt damage to me. Um, so those are the keyword abilities that they have. This turn, because of Regal Sliver, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slivers enter. So they get +8/+8 from that. They get +1/+1 from Sinew Sliver. They get +3/+3 from Gigantic Sliver. So that's +12/+12 there. And then Sliver Legion, all slivers get +1/+1 for each other sliver on the battlefield. So that will give them all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 because they don't count themselves. Oh, 12 because they don't count themselves. So that's +24/+24. So Nuke, I will be swinging at you with a 29/29, a 26/26, a 27/27, and a 31/31. All with flying, all with indestructible, all with first strike. And vigilance.
Joel asked.
What
Is
did
there a
Joel
way to
ask?
get rid of indestructible?
The best way to get around indestructible is through exiling. So cards that allow you to exile.
Wow, I wish I knew that. You see, this is why I could have exiled everything you had. I didn't know that. Wait, I have it right here.
If it makes you feel better, it wouldn't have mattered.
Exile. I had Perilous Vault. Exile all non-land permanents. All I had to do was tap
Yeah.
5, and I could have did that before you started. I could have did that before you put down first sliver.
If it makes you feel better, it wouldn't have mattered. This allows me to phase out. I had that in
I
my
have
opening hand.
and I have I had a card. I had a card also to counter. Another card to counter if you had an activate. Oh, well now I know. You see, this is why I've been playing more Magic so I can learn things like that.
Exactly.
So I could have exiled all of those cards, and then if you would have played that, I literally had another instant to counter it. All I had to do is pay 1 colorless to.
You have a counter spell in colorless?
Yeah,
What counter spell is there in colorless?
it's an instant.
Well, I know it's an
I just
instant.
shuffled it into the deck. I don't know now.
Oh, okay. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I just shuffled it. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know exile can will get rid of
Yeah, exile is the best counter for indestructible, because you're not destroying the creature, you're exiling the creature.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I could have had a chance. I could have took everything off both of our sides, but I had enough colorless and mana to bring everything back, and then would have been able to cascade with my commander.
Wow, I feel bad. I didn't know you didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But it's good to know. Hey, man, it's learning, right?
Yeah, let me
Didn't
take a
know
sip
about
of my.
exiling. Yeah, me either, Joe. I knew about exiling. I just didn't know exiling it would be different from
Let me take a sip of my beverage bucket. Not
to get rid
sponsored.
of cards with indestructible. You want to go first since you won?
Yeah.
Well, no, we're gonna throw dice.
All right.
Imagine.
I got an 11.
Oh, you won. I'm just trying to understand and ask key questions as I watch this go on. That's what I'm.
I was about to say, I mean, that's the
I
entire
am.
point of us doing these
I'm.
streams.
I'm gonna mulligan all of these. All of those are sevens, nines, tens, and 11s.
No, man, you got it. Just give it a couple turns.
I don't have a single land in that hand. That's crazy. Not how we're gonna start this game.
2,
At a
3,
single tap
4,
for mana, just
5,
all
6, 7. Let's see if this is keepable.
right. Try that again.
Yeah. I want to keep it, but I can't. I would have had a turn 1 Soul Ring, but that's like it.
I'm mulligan again.
Yeah, you can I mean, so in like tournaments and stuff like that, typically whenever you mulligan, you'll draw 7 and put 1 on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then the next time, if you have to mulligan after that, draw 7, put 2 on the bottom, so on and so forth. But in a casual game like this, like I don't care how many times you mulligan and keep 7, just don't abuse it.
Well, I drew one hand of nothing but 7 and higher. Then the second hand, I drew nothing but artifacts and instant. Crazy because
Where's all your land at?
that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering where all the lands are at. There's like 30 of them in here. I'm wondering where all the lands are at. All right. The third time mulligan. Try again. On 6, 7, and 1 for good luck. There you go. Got some lands this time. I knew they were there somewhere.
Alrighty, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. You're going first, cause
Yes. I will start off since in a 1v1. Actually, at the start of last game, whenever you went first, did you draw?
no. When I
Okay,
went
cool.
first, I didn't.
Fantastic. That's one thing different play groups play differently because, like, typically commanders in a 4 pod, so the first player draws first, but in a 1v1, most of the time people don't draw first. I will play Secluded Courtyard. As secluded courtyard enters battlefield, choose a creature type. I will choose slivers. I can tap it to add one colorless, or I can tap it to add one mana of any color. Spend that mana only to cast a creature of the chosen type, or activate ability of a creature or creature card of the chosen type.
I wanted to choose Eldrazi. I wanted that color.
Uh, well, considered you're running a colorless deck, I don't think it would help you too much. And I will pass turn.
Oh. Oh, but play a waste as my turn. I will pass.
I will draw.
I get something to ramp a little faster.
We will play
Just to when I'm going
a
first, I don't draw. Same. Too.
we'll play a forest as land for turn. We will tap secluded courtyard for a blue, and one colorless to play diffusion sliver. Whenever a sliver creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 2. And I will pass turn.
So for my turn, I'll play another waste. I'll play another waste for my. I will pass.
We will untap. I have no upkeep trigger, so I will draw. We will.
Double tapping already.
We're going to tap the forest to basic land cycle Ash Barrens. So it's got basic land cycling 1. I can pay 1, discard this card, search my library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into my hand, and then shuffle. I will find. What am I looking for?
Basic land.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what basic land. Couldn't remember what color I needed.
Oh, didn't need any color. Gonna pass your turn and I'll go.
I'll find an island.
Have to.
Or you just don't. I will play that island as land for turn. I will then tap for 2. Tap in Secluded Courtyard for a green and 1 colorless to play Venom Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have Death Touch.
That's pretty good.
Death Touch is a keyword. Any damage that it deals is lethal damage. So say that my 1/1 blocks your 7/7, 1 damage is all it takes to kill it. And I will swing at you for 1.
And I will die. No, I'm joking. I'll take the 1 damage. Put
And I
myself
will
towards
pass
9.
to you.
Nothing up, so I draw. I'll play Guideless Commons. That card enters the battlefield tapped. When Guideless Commons enters the battlefield, return a land you control to its owner's hand. I'll pick back up Waste. And I will pass.
What? Untap. Still no upkeep trigger, so I will draw. I will play Jungle Shrine as land for turn. It enters tapped. I will. Oh, you're gonna hate this. Just like I hated it whenever you played it against me the other night. I'll tap 1 colorless, a green, tap Secluded Courtyard for a white, and play Harmonic Sliver. All slivers have when this permanent enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Don't have any of those.
Not yet, but you're playing a colorless deck. They're bound to come up. And pass turn to you.
I'll untap. I'll draw. And I'll play Waste. And I will. I guess I'm bad over there. I don't even know if I want to.
What do I got? I got 3/1/1s. It's nothing too bad, I promise.
Wait, is it only when he enters the field that he destroys my? He destroys my card. My enchantment.
Whenever harmonic sliver is whenever whenever a sliver enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Okay.
So if I play another sliver, I can destroy it.
Okay, so I will tap one here. I'll tap two here and one here for 4. To play Thran Dynamo, I can tap him for 3 colorless.
Nice.
And that's exactly I will tap him for 3 colorless to play Aldium Mirror. And I can
Palladium.
just Palladium Mirror and I can just tap him for 2 colorless. What his effect does. And I will pass.
All right.
Moment
We
Akira
will
Toriyama's passing trigger
untap.
Dragon Ball Evolution actors to apologize for making the movie as a tribute. I totally forgot about. It's funny. I've seen a trailer of Dragon Ball Evolution this past week because of his passing, and I totally forgot that the guy that played Goku was the same actor from Shameless.
We will tap for 2 to play Predatory Sliver. Sliver creatures you control get +1/+1. That will trigger Harmonic Sliver, and you've got Thran Dynamo and Palladium Mirror is an artifact creature, correct?
Yep.
What's his power and toughness?
2/2.
So 2/2. I will. Yeah, I'll blow up your Thran Dynamo.
5 Thran Dynamo.
And then we will swing a. We will not swing. We're gonna be civil. We're gonna pass.
All right. I'll untap 3.
We'll be nice for
Draw.
now. The night's still young.
My color has an X on it for like their mana cost.
So the cards with the X, you can pay whatever amount it is for the X. And then in the card text it'll be like do X something.
I could just pay like whatever for it.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as the other costs are met. Unless it's just X.
It's literally just X.
Yeah.
What is your how much power you got on the field again?
I have 4 2/2s.
Let me just
However, if you target them with a spell or ability, I am able to counter that unless you pay 2 mana.
I'll play Bonders Enclave as my land per turn,
Bonders Enclave.
and I will tap 4 to play Endless One. Endless One enters battlefield with X +1/1 counters on it. Put 4.
So what does that make him? Just a 4/4?
A 4/4 now.
Cool.
And I'll pass.
All right, we will
I'll hold
untap.
off for a bit and still try to build some more.
We'll draw.
Raises to me.
We're gonna tap 2
We
for an
don't do
arcane
that's for
signet.
dumb. That's for blue. Yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution was not good. That's like it's the same with the Avatar though. Like the first movie they try to make was really bad.
I'm missing land drops. This is not good. I'm gonna pass.
I'll untap. Well, it's good because then it gives me a chance to cut more. I'll tap 2 here, another 2 here, another 2 here to play my commander.
Wowie.
Get the commander going, right?
User.
Ooh, that can be interesting. I didn't read that card all the way. That might come in handy. That might save me actually later down the line. I will. All your cards you said they're all 2/2s.
They're all 2/2s with death touch.
Forgot about the death touch.
That's why I reminded you.
All right, I will pass.
Alrighty, we will.
Enjoy your death touch.
Oh, fan fucking tastic. All right. We are gonna tap for a white,
That's not good.
a blue, a green, a red, and a black. And we're gonna play the first sliver. Cascade trigger. That's a land.
Yeah.
That costs the same.
The high school. I
That
forgot
costs
about the
less.
high school.
So lava belly sliver. And the first sliver is not technically on the field yet, so my sliver spells do not have cascade. Now that I've cascaded, now they enter the field at the same time. When they enter, harmonic sliver will trigger twice. I will get rid of your palladium mirror.
Oh man. Goodbye, Palladium.
And do you have any other artifacts, artifact lands, or artifact creatures?
Can I lie?
No.
I don't.
Okay. And it does not. This is the problem with harmonic sliver. It does not. It's not a May ability. It is destroy target artifact or enchantment. I have to target something, which means I have to target my own arcane signet. Rip.
Job. Friendly fire.
Yeah, I know. It kind of sucks. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. I'll pass.
Pass?
I'll pass.
We're still alive here, Joe. We're still alive. All right. I'll
Hey, we're
untap.
being civil.
Upkeep draw. And this 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 might be interesting. I'm gonna hold on to that. All right, I will.
You
Oh,
would
I
have
need
been
to draw
civil, but
some
I blew up your
lands.
palladium mirror. Yeah, tell me about it. I had to blow up my mana rock. I'm upset.
All right, so I will. I feel like this might be the best bet. So, if it has 2 X's at the top, I have to pay the 2 colorless, or
So if it
I can
has
just pay
two
whatever.
X, if it has multiple X's,
Yeah.
You have to pay the same amount for each X.
Okay,
So with your
if I wanna
mana, you
pay
have
1, I'll have to pay 2.
correct.
Okay. So I'll tap Garless Commons for 2 mana to play Hangerback Walker. Hangerback Walker enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. I tap for 2, so that's to be 1/1.
Yep.
But here's the fun part. When Hangerback Walker dies, create a 1/1 colorless dropper artifact creature token with flying for each +1/+1 counter on Hangerback Walker.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
tap 1 mana and tap him to put a 1/1 counter on Hangerback Walker. 4. I have 4. I have 3 more. So I will tap 3 colorless to put 3 counters on him.
You have to tap Hangerback for that, right?
Well, yeah, I'm tapping him too.
You can't tap him if he doesn't have haste.
I have to wait.
Correct. It's the same as attacking. If they've got abilities that make them tap,
Oh, okay. You have to wait for for him to.
right?
Okay.
Unless they have haste.
Okay. So I will. And you have what on the field again? Oh, you have Death Touch. Forget you. I keep forgetting the Death Touch. I'll pass.
We get an on-screen prompt that just says Death Touch.
No. I just went into my battle phase and it popped up. Don't forget he has Death Touch.
All right, there we go. 5 mana. Let's go. We are going to tap for 5 to play Synapse Sliver, Cascade Trigger. That's a land. That's a land. Blur Sliver,
Heart Soul just triggers you.
Cascade Trigger again. That's a land. That costs the same. That costs more. That's a land. That costs the same. Hibernation Sliver. Cascade Trigger once again. That costs more. That's a land. That costs the same. That costs more. That costs the same. Don't worry. We'll get there. That's a land.
We'll get there
That
sooner or
costs more.
later.
That costs more. That costs the same. That costs the same. That costs the same. That costs the same. That's a land. That costs the same. Where are all of my 1 mana spells? Don't worry. We'll get there.
Sooner or later.
Eventually. Soon enough. It will be within reach. Don't even worry about it. Ah.
Seven years later.
Is it on the very bottom of my deck? I'm gonna be so upset. So anyway, how's everybody's night going?
That's going good.
Haha! Soul Ring.
And then into a Soul Ring is crazy.
Into a Soul Ring after exiling 70 cards. And then we shuffle these, we put them on the bottom in a random order. There we go. All right. So we had 3 slivers enter. Upon them entering the battlefield, I'm going to tap Soul Ring to float 2 colorless mana. Because upon them entering, Lava Belly Sliver will trigger on all 3 of them. You will lose 3 life, and I will gain 3 life.
Oh.
Harmonic Sliver will trigger 3 times. We're going to destroy your Hangerback Walker since it's an artifact creature. And then you have no other artifacts or enchantments, so I will destroy my own soul ring.
And I
And
will.
I have no other artifacts or enchantments. So I have 2 colorless mana. That's important. And then Synapse Sliver. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may draw a card. Hibernation Sliver. All slivers have pay 2 life. Return this permanent to its owner's hand. And Blur Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have haste.
I have a
So
Thropper with flying now.
I have a Thropper.
And he has flying.
I will. What do you have in terms of power, toughnesses, all of that?
1/1, 4/4, and a 7/4.
I will
1/1 was
swing at
flying.
you for. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. I'll swing at you with a 2/2, a 2/2, and a 3/3, all with haste and death touch. So 7 damage total.
7 damage to the head, or I kill 2 of my characters. My creatures. So I'm gonna just take the 7.
Cool.
That puts me at 29.
3 of my slivers dealt combat damage, so I will draw 3 cards from Synapse Sliver.
Yep. And I did take the 3 damage off earlier
Perfect.
at 29.
I will play Unclaimed Territory as land for turn, and I will choose
Still
Sliver.
going.
I can tap it to add a colorless, or tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. I will tap that for a blue. Play Gale Rider Sliver. Um, Cascade Trigger. I have no 0. Please don't make me do it. Lava Belly Sliver Trigger. I will deal 1 damage to you and I gain 1 life. And Harmonic Sliver Trigger. I will destroy your Thopter since it's an artifact creature.
Oh, Thropper.
The R's at the end, homie. I'll then pass.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I did everything that I needed to do.
You positive?
Nah, but we'll find out.
I'll untap. I'll keep draw. I'm in danger. This ain't looking too good for me. I'll tap 3, 2 here, 1 here. Sorry, I'll tap 4. I read that wrong. Play Hedron's Archive. I can tap 2 for. I could tap for 2 colorless, or I could pay 2 and tap to draw 2 cards.
Nice.
And I will pass because Death Touch is scary.
All right, so we will untap. I have no upkeep trigger, so I will just draw.
I'm drawing very good cards. I think I'm bad at shuffling.
We will play an island as land for turn. We will tap for 5 and play Kindred Discovery. This is another card that you should add to your slivers if you have not picked it up already.
Yeah, I have that one in my now.
As Kindred Discovery enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I will choose slivers. Whenever a creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. I will tap Secluded Courtyard for a red, play Striking Sliver. And I did not think that through. Why am I so dumb, Nuke? When it enters the battlefield, you will lose 1 life. I will gain 1 life. I will draw a card from Kindred Discovery,
Okay, now.
and then I will destroy Kindred Discovery because I forgot I had Harmonic Sliver on the field.
Yep, I was waiting for that.
Why am I so dumb? Oh my god, I could have
Yep.
stopped it too.
I was bad.
Why am I so dumb?
Too bad.
There's so much going on.
And that lets you just destroy any artifact on the field, right?
Oh, I didn't even. Oh my
Yep.
god, I didn't realize that you played your Hedron Archive. You know what?
Totally,
Just for that,
totally forgot I had an artifact on the field. I see. That's good for me. Just destroyed your own card.
2, uh, actually, yeah, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, coming at you.
That's how much total?
That will be 2, 5, 8, 12, 15.
15.
All with first strike, flying, and death touch.
So your damage is gonna hit first no matter what. But I will tap. I will tap 2 to play Spatial Contortion. Target creature gets +3, -3 until end of turn.
And what will you target?
I will target Suladoc. He's a
Okay.
10, 10, 1.
Does he have
4.
flying or reach?
No.
So he's just a 10-1 until end of turn.
Yes, and I'll block with both, with a
Do
4/4 and the 10/1, and you got
do
first strike.
do either of them have flying or reach?
No.
Then you cannot block.
Oh, your characters have flying and reach. You said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they
thought it
have
was only
flying.
some of them.
No, sliver creatures you control have flying.
Oh, okay, okay. So I'll just take the 15, and that I used already. 8. I'll take the 1 damage for the 28. So
Synapse Sliver will trigger 5 times. I may draw a card for each of them. I'm only going to draw 4 cards to put me back up to 7. And then I will pass turn.
all right, lucky draw. Maybe, maybe not. I haven't been getting good draws yet. It's crazy. I have 4, like what? This is like our third, fourth turn in a row with I didn't draw a single land.
That's crazy.
All right, I gotta figure out what I can do here.
Yeah, not only could I have destroyed your Hedron Archive instead of my Kindred Discovery, I also could have just paid 2 life and returned Harmonic Sliver to my hand so that I wouldn't have to worry about that effect anymore.
All right, so I will tab this 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tap 7 to play Desecrate Reality. Desecrate Reality. For each opponent, exile up to 1 target permanent that player controls with an even mana value. 0 is 7. Adamant. If at least 3 colorless mana was spent to cast this spell, return a permanent card with an odd mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. So
So you
0.
said with an even mana value?
Yes, with an even mana value.
Question for you.
Yes.
Wait, does it say non-land permanent?
Nope. It says target permanent.
Cool. Are you able to pay 2 colorless mana?
Shit, I wish.
So which of my lands would you like to destroy? Because if you try to target a sliver, I will counter the spell unless you pay 2.
Um,
So you can blow up a land since it just says permanent because they have mana values of 0.
and the zero. Do you have any lands there that let you pick more than one color?
Yes, I've got 2 lands that let me pick any color, and this land lets me pick between 3 colors.
You can get rid of one of those.
One of which ones?
Um, one of those lands.
I'm assuming you mean the ones that let me choose any color.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Is it destroyed or exiled?
It is exile.
Exiled. There you go.
And since I use 3 colorless mana to cast a spell, I can bring back a card with an odd amount of value from this graveyard, and 0 equals 7. So I'll bring back Hanger Walker. And since 0 equals 7, would he come back with 7 on him, or would he just come back with the 1?
Wait. Wait, this is interesting. I've never seen this interact. What's that card called?
That's a crate reality. And since it's a 7 or higher, I can also cascade with Zuladoc.
All right, follow up question. How the fuck do you spell desecrate?
DESECRATE.
Thanks. All right, desecrate reality.
Trying to survive here somehow.
Homie, that does not say 0 equals 7. That says 0 is
Oh,
even.
sorry, 0 is even. Yeah, sorry.
So, so he would enter, Hangerback Walker would enter as a 0/0 and then
Yeah,
just die.
that's what I'm saying. But so he'll enter the battle as the 0/0, right?
He'll enter as a 0/0 and then immediately die to state-based actions.
Yeah, okay. And then I can cascade with Zuladoc now, right?
Yes, you can cascade twice with Zuladoc because that spell costs 7, right?
Yeah, 7.
And it says colorless spells you cast.
Yeah, colorless spells you cast from your hand with mana value 7 or greater have cascade.
Then yes, you would cascade twice.
All right. My first time cascading, so I'll try to make sure I do this right. So I understand how cascade works.
Yeah, so you just do it the same way I did it. You reveal from the top of your library until you hit a permanent card, or I'm sorry, a spell with less than 7 and its mana cost.
All right, so it's a non-land card. So the first one's a land. Second one was upside down. The second one is a land. Found all my lands. No way, 3 lands in a row. All right, the artifact creature, he costs 7 Meteor Golem. So I will play Meteor Golem now, right? Or
No,
cast
because
or no?
it has to cost less.
It says 7 or greater.
Right, but Cascade is you find one that costs less.
Oh, that will cost less than the 7.
Yeah.
Wait, would it cost less than the 7 or less than what his mana value is?
Less than whatever you paid for the spell that you're cascading from. So in this case, since you're cascading from Desecrate
So
Reality,
he's 7 or
it would cost less than the 7.
okay.
So 6 or lower is what you're looking for.
So Solemn, he's a 4,
Yep.
and I will play him, right?
Yeah.
When Solemn enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. When Solemn dies, you may draw a card.
Or you just said solemn because you can't say that second word.
Yep. I'm not even gonna try to say that second word.
Simulacrum.
I still wasn't gonna say it.
I know you'll forget that in about 5 minutes, but that's okay.
All right, so these four will go to the bottom in the random order.
Correct. Yes.
But just put all the lands first. And I will search before I cascade again. I will search for a land, a basic land. Oh, we might be here too, just like you was. Nope, forget it. Found one. On a basic land. All right, shuffling again. At least my sleeves are getting broken into now, so they're not as slippery as they were when I first put them in.
Right.
So it's kind of nice. They're not falling all over the place trying to hold and shuffle 100 cards. Shuffle, then I'll cut it. Then I'll cascade again. And the first one is Yugen's Mastery. An enchantment.
Ugin.
That's nice. Ugin. At least it wasn't 7 lands.
True.
Whenever you cast a colorless creature spell, manifest the top card of your library. Put it into the battlefield face down. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. Whenever you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater, you may turn a face down creature throw face up. And that wasn't as, saving as I hoped it was going to be. And then that death touch isn't nice. All right, and
Right.
I'll pass.
We will untap.
Well, now I understand how Cascade works. Appreciate it. I was just struggling with the cost, but now that I know it's the cost of whatever I played.
We will tap for 6 to play Titan of Litjara. As Titan of Litjara enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I will
Death
choose
touch is not
Slivers.
kind.
Titan of Litjara is the chosen type in addition to its other types. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may draw a card for each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. If you do, discard a card. So since it was not a sliver whenever I cast it, I do not get the cascade trigger, unfortunately. However, I will go ahead and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. 2, 3, 4.
I think the
5,
same cards you added to your deck, I'm only missing 3 of them.
7,
I'm missing the first sliver,
8,
and I'm missing the that other card that you summoned last game.
11.
I'm only missing three from here. But the 7 cards I did get came out to like $300, which was
Right.
7 cards is a lot.
And because I drew 11 cards, I have to discard 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I will then play the World Tree as land for turn.
World Tree. You say you wanted to get that out tonight, right?
I did. And you know what? I will simply pass turn.
Look at that, guys. He's sparing me. I'll untap. And I'll draw. I wish I drew a land card.
Did you not? Do you not have any lands?
I did not draw land.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey Joel, don't worry about what I got. Everything's fine.
All right, let's see if we can make something work with this, I guess.
I believe in you. Duke 'em.
I'll tap 2 colorless, 4 and 6 here. To play Dreamstone Hedron, I can tap him for 3. I could tap it for 3 colorless, and that would trigger colorless creatures. So and then I will play. I'll tap 2 for Thoughtless Vessel. I have no maximum hand size, and I can tap it for 1.
Let's go. Proud of you.
And I will pass.
Cool.
And I'm either dead here or I somehow draw another artifact because my lands are on vacation.
I'm gonna play Sliver Hive as land for turn. So the World Tree says I could tap it for a green, or as long as I control 6 or more lands, I control have tap and add 1 mana of any color. I can pay double Wooburg. Wooburg, for those who don't know, is one of every color, so white, blue, black, red, and green. I can pay 2 of each of those. Tap it, sacrifice it, search my library for any number of god cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle my library. So the first thing I'm going to do here.
Was right, Joel.
It's going to tap a white, a blue, a black, a green, and a red. And we're going to play Ruka Morel, Biologist. As Ruka Morel enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I will choose gods. Slivers you control and non-token creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other creature types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that are not on the battlefield.
He pulling out the Magician God cards on you.
I will then tap a green and 1 to play Gemhide Sliver. All slivers have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Oh, I knocked over my mic. Give me a second. There we go. I will then tap 4, 2 blue, 2 white, 2 black, 2 green, and 2 red to tap and sacrifice the World Tree to search my library for any number of god cards. Keep in mind, all of my slivers in my deck are gods. So I will pull out every creature in my deck.
Was the trap hole equivalent to Earthbound? Trap hole
Haunted Sliver.
Earthbound. Or Mirror Force.
Necrotic Sliver. 2-headed Sliver. Might Sliver. Cloud Shredder Sliver. Hollowhead Sliver. Regal Sliver. Siphon Sliver.
So all the cards that he's putting down right now, everyone, Sliver. He's summoning every single one of those.
Sliver Hive Lord. Firewake Sliver. Hatchery Sliver. Manawef Sliver. Rude Sliver.
Destroy.
Sinew Sliver.
Yeah, I can just hang up Discord. I think that counts, right?
Sliver.
If we can't see, I think I win.
Sliver. Crystalline Sliver. Gigantic Sliver. Shifting Sliver. Homing Sliver. Winged Sliver. Muscle Sliver. I will then shuffle my library. So these guys are tapped.
Are they?
These guys just entered. So first things first,
Is it an
Lava Shredder's
instant?
Lava Shredder's gonna trigger on all of them. So you will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 damage, and I will gain 24 life. You're at 12.
I'm at 12. But for the sake of, let's say I have 40, go ahead, keep going. Let's see what else. Let's see how long this plays out.
All right, so Sliver Legion. All slivers have when this permanent enters battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment. If you have any artifacts or enchantments, they're all gone because I have 24 slivers entering. Um, All my slivers have menace, so they cannot be blocked by except 2 or more creatures. All of them have +2/+2. They have +1/+1 for each sliver. They have flying and haste. They have lifelink. They have indestructible. They have haste again. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I can create a 1/1 sliver. They have +1/+1. They have double strike.
What's next? Being like Mega Man is stealing abilities too.
They have shroud. They cannot be targeted by spells or ability. They have +3/+3. They can't be blocked except by slivers. They have flying. They have +1/+1. They have death touch, first strike, and +1/+1. So those ones are tapped. These ones just entered. So let me stack up these. So I've got +1. So these are the ones that can attack. Are all of these here.
All of those can attack.
This guy cannot attack.
At least he does. At least he can attack. Maybe I'll survive.
So let's see here. So keep in mind, you cannot block any of this, and they all have haste. I need more playmat room. I don't need lands.
Magic is a crazy game, guys.
All right. So all of these can attack. They are all currently getting. Do you have a calculator?
Yeah, sure. I'll help you. I'll help you kill me.
Thanks, man.
Yep, go ahead.
So +1,
Yep,
+1,
yep.
+3, +1, +2, and that's all of those. Where are we at?
8.
So +8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. +36,
Okay, that's 44.
44. All right. So we have +44 on all of my slivers. They have lifelink. They cannot be blocked except by slivers. They have flying. They have vigilance. They have double strike. So clear your calculator.
Okay.
We've got. Let me gather. Let me make this easier on myself.
Oh, let's make it easier for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We said what? 44, 44?
Yep, 44, 44.
Cool.
In the arms of an angel. Oh my god. Yep, just $1 a day.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 45 times 9.
405.
Add 460 to that.
865.
Add 141 to that.
1006.
Add 48 to that.
1054.
Add 49.
1103.
Add 102.
1205.
And they have double strike, so times all of that by 2.
2410.
So you will take 2,410 damage, and I will gain 2,410 life.
All right, so let's break it down again. Let's break it down total. So you hit me. You hit me with 2410, and then everything has what else? Go ahead.
Everything has lifelink, vigilance, flying, haste, menace, can't be blocked except by slivers, plus 44, plus 44, lifelink, death touch, shroud, and I think that's everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, man, pick up the world tree if you haven't already. That was stupid.
Liver is that world cheese crazy.
That world tree combo, if you could pull it all, because really all you need is a decent enough board state and 7 mana.
Just need
Because with
lands.
8 mana, because you need the world tree as 1. All right, we're gonna switch it up.
Need some lands.
All you need is land.
How did he get there? Hello, that's pretty crazy.
So I had 9 1/1s, 10 2/2s, 4 3/3s, a 5/5, or 4/4, a 5/5, and then 2 7/7s. Yeah, prevent all combat. Or there's one white card that I saw somebody pull off a combo similar to this. They dealt about 3,000 damage. Somebody flashed in a card called Selfless Squire. Selfless Squire reads, whenever Selfless Squire enters the battlefield, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you this turn. If combat damage is prevented this way, put that many 1/1 counters on Selfless Squire. And not only did he prevent 3,000 damage, he now had a 3,000 3,000. He gave it trample the next turn and won.
Gave it trample the next turn and won.
We are going to be switching up, grabbing
Well,
a new deck.
I don't have a prevent combat damage card in this deck, so you know. I would switch to my sliver deck, but no, saw what it could do. I do have the Commander Golf. Guff?
Guff?
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't used
who?
that deck yet. I've been seeing videos on it. It looks really good though.
I don't know who that is.
He's one of the other Commander Masters.
Oh, Commodore Guff.
Commodore Guff, sorry, yeah.
That's why I was confused. Commodore Guff is fun. I'd have you messed around with it at all?
No, I haven't messed around with it at all. I've really been trying to learn this Eldrazi deck. Not gonna lie.
I would recommend doing Commodore off stream before you try to mess with it on stream.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. The videos I was watching, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
because you haven't dealt with
What
planeswalkers at all.
it's crazy what the things I seen them pulling off with that deck.
I don't know what it is, but my dog refuses to lay in her bed. To lay anywhere else. Like right now, she's on the floor next to her bed, but she's being cute, so I guess I'll let her be.
Yeah, I've really been wanting to master this Zula doc before I move on to anything else. I really like the way this colorless works.
I was about to say the only changes that I made to that sliver deck. I followed a guide on TCG Player.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've read any of the TCG Infinite guides. But I'll send you the one for the Eldrazi one because typically they're just 15 card upgrades.
yeah.
Um, really easy to follow, and they break down exactly what you should take out, which I love because a lot of upgrade decks are just like, yeah, here you go, here's an upgraded list,
And then
and
not
you
tell
have
you
to
what to take out.
and you have to hunt for the cards that okay, this is not on the list anymore. This one tells you exactly what to take out and what card to put in its place.
Yeah. I noticed like a lot of upgrading this deck is putting actual Eldrazi's in and taking out a lot of the artifact creatures.
That's a lot of it. The one thing I am terrified for, with you playing this deck and like upgrading it and learning it, is that you're slowly gonna figure out the Annihilator mechanic, and I'm not down for that.
I know
Because there,
there's a couple cards that I have to add that give me Annihilator.
yeah, they'll give like Annihilator 1, Annihilator 2. I think it goes all the way up to
I
Annihilator
seen it.
4.
Yeah. I I think I saw a card with Annihilator 5, but it might have just been 4.
I think Annihilator 4 is the highest. I could be wrong though. I've been wrong many a time before.
So the cards I'm going to be adding to this deck are Conduit Ruin, Thought
Conduit
Knot,
Ruin's a good choice. Thought Knot's a really good choice as well.
Akroma's Memorial,
Chroma's Memorial, I could see that, yeah.
Portal 2 Pyrexia,
Phyrexia.
Cos
It's a
Kozilek
PH.
Butcher of Truth, and this deck comes with the other Kozilek already.
Yep. Butcher of Truth is a good one.
Ulamog the Infinite
Gyre.
Gyre. Yep. Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger, because there was 2 there.
Yep.
Mana Crypt and Mana Vault.
Oh, you're a piece of shit. If you if you get a mana if you get a mana crypt, send me one.
If I get a
Wink,
Mana
wink.
Crypt,
Oh,
send you one.
get a mana crypt, send me one. Wink, wink. Not to touch.
Hall of Bandit. Hall of Bandit Lord. Eye of Ugin. Scorched Ruin. Ancient Tomb. And I'm probably gonna butcher this word like the guy did too. Un Untadaki, the
That was
Cloud
decent.
Keeper,
That's probably how I would have said it too.
right?
I don't know what that card is, but that's probably how I'd say it.
So those are ones I'm gonna be adding to this deck and taking out a lot of these artifact creatures and having more actual Eldrazi's in them.
Yeah. Which apparently there's another Eldrazi precon coming out here soon. When Modern Horizons 3 drops. Which I'm very excited to see what they do because a lot of the people complain, and like this is my main complaint with the Sliver deck is the mana base and the Commander Masters ones are just terrible. I mean, even the mana base that comes in the regular set precons are better than the Commander Masters ones, which with the high price point of the Commander Masters was kind of disheartening to see. However, with the Eldrazi, I think this one. What was that one? Eldrazi Unbound was that one.
Yeah, Eldrazi Unbound.
This one's Eldrazi Incursion, I think is what it's called. And I'm waiting for the deck list to drop to see what exactly happens with it. But if the rumors are to be believed, it'll be one of the most powerful commander decks ever made. Well, out of the precons, I should say.
Yeah.
Like it'll rival the OG precons of like Atraxa and Edgar Markov, which I really thought about buying an Edgar Markov deck. Nuke, if that's a precon you can find at a decent price, like don't get me wrong, sealed, the precons are like anywhere between 3 and $500.
Yeah.
But the commander alone is 100.
What's just send me the name of it.
Yeah.
See if my shop has it.
Your shop definitely won't have it. I would.
Oh, he has a
Well,
lot. They have a lot of the old stuff there. He has a box. I know he has one box there of that came out in 2002, and they have like a bunch of stuff for like $500.
you know what set it was?
No, I honestly don't remember. He just said it came out in 2002.
There was a lot of good shit to come out in 2002.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure. I don't know. He might have it. So just send me the name, and then I can check tomorrow.
I was about to say if he has it, I'll shit a brick. Like,
Yeah, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna throw it out the window.
well,
Three
because
3,000 damage.
Edgar Markov is one of the few commanders that have a mechanic called Eminence. Eminence is an effect that happens whenever they're in the command zone and not on the battlefield. Or actually, it happens either way if they're on the battlefield or in the command zone. And his, if I remember correctly, I could be misremembering this something terrible.
1 sec.
Uh,
You can keep talking to the chat. I'll be right back. My son just woke up and he's crying. 1
all
second.
good.
Go ahead.
Um, Edgar Markov's is whenever you cast a vampire spell, if he's on the battlefield or in the command zone, you're able to create a 1/1 vampire, which is pretty cool. But the sliver deck that I was playing, I did upgrade it quite a bit. I added 13 cards out of it. No, 12 cards, because I have 3 more that I have to buy to complete the 15 card upgrade. Um, However, this one that I'm playing here, this came out in the newest core set, uh, and this is entirely unupgraded. This is just stock how it came out of the box. Do you like the deck? Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play. It is very mechanic heavy, which does make it a bit rough, especially as you can see whenever I combo off like that, it makes it hard to remember what is actually doing what and how much I'm actually getting in return. Um, but once you're able to kind of get down the mechanics and understand how everything plays out, it gets a lot of fun to really do those types of combos. And that's actually what you just saw there were my first and second game ever with that deck. I've seen the deck played. I've seen the deck played while it's upgraded, but that was my first time playing it. And you could tell I kind of messed up a couple of times, especially with that harmonic sliver destroying my enchantments and artifacts whenever I could have put it back into my hand. So there definitely stands to be a lot learned in this game.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, get on dad duties. I heard him crying. He woke up from his nap.
Yeah.
Woke up and then he want to go straight to his grandma.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Joel. It becomes a headache more of anything, just because you only have so much room on the playmat, And when you have that many cards, it gets hard to read.
Noise. Yeah, and then you attacked yourself and destroyed your own card twice.
Hey, listen, we already talked about that. We don't need you bringing it back up.
We don't need to bring it back up.
Hey, Nuke, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with this hand. I have lands in here, so I'm just gonna stay with.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Where are all my lands at?
I don't know. Probably where mine were at the last 2 games.
I've picked up 2 hands now.
That I'm struggling with Magic is like there's so many really good cards, and especially with the Zula Dog, there's good cards in it, but a lot of these cards, it's hard to try to draw these cards. So I'm trying to ramp as fast as I can to get enough mana, but geez, bro, when you don't draw no lands with this deck, oh my god, you're just sitting here taking an L every time you draw. Every time you draw and it's not a land, it's just more heartbreaking.
Oh yeah, every single time. Let me see if I can keep this hand. 1, 2. Please be land. Please. Jeez.
Well, I told you
Where are they all?
I bought a dice
You bought
on it because you was
you bought
complaining
you
about me
bought
not having a dice for commander damage.
you bought a dice.
Yep, I
I'm
bought
proud of you
A
for
because I
buying
want to
a
get
dice.
I want to get white and colorless dice for this deck specifically. So I think it just matched the theme, you know.
Did you
And
just say white and colorless dice?
he has a dice that's like just like see through. So I was just
Oh,
calling it colorless.
translucent.
You know what I mean. I was just calling it colors, but it's like see through. So I was thinking about getting one of those
Yeah. Give
just
me
because
just
it'll
one
match the theme.
second.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
hope nobody minds. I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry.
Yeah, you become a sitting duck for sure. I noticed that. Yeah, that's the only issue with this is you trying to draw cards and it's hard. So like, at least with this hand, he's not here right now. At least with this hand, like, 3 basic lands, the land, and 4 and a 2. This 2, you know, whenever I tap him, I can put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield tapped. At least if I have, let's say I have 4 down and I play him, I can tap him to play a land and it won't count as my land per turn, so it lets me at least put down a little more lands a little faster. And then I do have artifacts that I can also tap for 2 colorless or 3 colorless, so it helps me ramp faster to try to get Zul'Adak on the field as fast as possible. Because once I get him on the field, I already have 6 colorless, and I want to get him down as fast at least by turn 3. 4 also isn't bad, but I
Yeah.
just need that cascade so I can keep on pulling cards from my library to play so I can ramp faster and summon more so I could get more colorless, and then I can tap 11 colorless for cascade. Now I can play anything 11 or lower. So if I get one of my high costing legendary creatures, I can just cast them for free. Or a high costing spell, I can cast it for free with the cascade.
Nuke, I hope you know. I didn't have my headset off, so I hope those 3 basic lands treat you well.
Did you draw your 7 already?
I did.
Okay. I'm going first. FT
Yeah,
only
go
did
ahead.
3,000 damage.
It was only 2410.
Yeah, basically 3,000 because it was times 2.
No, that was times 2.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It was times 2, basically 3,000. The other 500, it just hurt my feelings.
The other 500 was psychic damage.
Uh-huh. I'll play the waste and then I'll pass. Right, constant deck
Alright.
search and land grabs and pulling out cards you need for combos. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the whole point of this deck. And there's a lot of cards I have to take out of here because I've noticed like they don't really play well. And don't get me wrong, you can still pull out really good combos with because of the cascade. But a lot of the cards I'm adding will let this deck play a lot more smoother.
We are playing Path of Ancestry. It enters the battlefield tapped, and then I will pass.
Did you show what your commander is for this deck?
Oh, I did not. This
Both
is
decks?
Morska, Undersea Sleuth. Morska is a merfolk fish detective. 2/3. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, you investigate, which means I create a clue token, which is an artifact with pay 2 mana, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. And whenever I draw my second card each turn, I put 2/1/1 counters on her.
That's his commander because he's not playing Slivers this deck. I will draw. And I will just play another waste. And I'll pass.
I will play a command tower as I turn. I will then.
Pulled that card out of a pack too. Command top.
Command tower is a good one. Um, yeah. We're gonna tap 2 for Talisman of Creativity, or I'm sorry, Curiosity. I can tap it to add a colorless, or I could tap it to add a green or blue, and it deals 1 damage to me. I'll pass it on to you.
Big fire. It's been your theme of the night.
All right, simmer down, bro. Do you have a KFC out there by you?
Yeah.
Have you tried their new Cheesa?
Their new what?
Cheesa.
Oh.
It is essentially chicken parm with pepperoni. It's a chicken breast, obviously fried, topped with marinara sauce,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I know what
cheese,
you're
and
talking about.
pepperoni.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I wanted to, but I haven't tried
It is fire.
it. I'll play my third waste. I'll tap 3 to play Worn Power Stone.
What's Worn Power Stone do?
Worn Power Stone enters the battlefield tapped, and I can tap it for 2 colorless.
Oh, nice.
I have 5. Ramping pretty fast. And I pass.
Ramping.
I'm learning.
Untap. Upkeep draw. Okay. We will play a. If I can find it.
Sounds pretty good. Are the
Force
pieces
this
big
next
or are
turn.
they
I mean,
KFC be like
this
giving
is the
you
size of the box.
alright
So like, box is about the size of my forearm.
alright, so because KFC when you be asking for chicken, they be giving you chicken
Bro,
wings
KFC be tripping.
that'd be like half the size of this card.
Yeah, KFC get their wings from the most anorexic chickens I've ever seen. Like, we are going to tap a forest. We will tap Talisman of Curiosity for a blue, pinging myself for 1 damage. And we will tap Path of Ancestry for a white to play my commander, Morska, Undersea Sleuth.
That's not good.
With Path of Ancestry, because I cast a creature spell that shared a creature type with my commander, I will scry one. I will look at the top card of my library, and I will choose to put that card on top or bottom. I will choose to put that card on the bottom, and then I will pass turn to you, my friend.
Untap. Now upkeep draw. My wife likes their pot pies also. She
Their
loves the
Popeyes are
KFC
really
pot
good.
pies. I do not like pot pies. I like their I do
I
like their bowls though.
They got rid of the bowl that I liked, and this is gonna make me sound so fat. I really liked their smashed bowl. It was they got rid of it at my local one, but it was mashed potatoes, French fries, cheese sauce, chicken nuggets, bacon, and I think there was one more thing in there that I can't remember. But all of that just in one bowl, and it was phenomenal.
I will play Ruins or Orange Relief, and I will tap 6. Play my commander. I like my commander to play too.
In response,
Spawns. I don't like that.
we are going to tap command tower for a white.
You should
We will
tap.
play.
You didn't tap command tower last.
Nope, that's why I tapped my talisman. We are going to play Swords to Plowshares. Exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. We're going to exile Zuladoc. And if I'm correct, he's what, 7/7?
7/4.
7/4. So you will gain 7 life.
And to exile, do I put a 1 on him, or when I bring him on next time to pay the cost?
Yeah, he'll cost 2 more. That's what I do.
Zuladoc came and went, guys. And I passed because I used all my mana to get my card exiled.
Untap, upkeep. I will investigate. I will create a clue token. Also, if you have any spare life counters, I recommend doing these with tokens you use often. Essentially, you just cut the token and use the life counter so you can keep track of how many of the tokens that you have.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could. I wish I could take credit for that, but I found it on Facebook and I stuck with it.
Cool though.
I'll
That's
then
smart.
draw for turn. I will play. I will play Seaside Citadel as land for turn. I will tap for 2 to play On the Trail. It's an enchantment. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. I will then tap Talisman for a colorless and tap Command Tower for another. To play Idol of Oblivion. I can tap him and draw a card, activate only if you've created a token this turn. Or I can pay 8, sacrifice it, and create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi. Because I created the clue token this turn, I will tap him to draw a card. On the Trail will trigger. Whenever I draw my second card each turn, I may put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield tapped. I'll put a forest onto the battlefield tapped. Morska will trigger. Since I drew my second card this turn, she will get 2/1/1 counters. And then Nuke, my friend.
Yes.
I'm going to swing at you for 4 commander.
Starting early.
And I'll pass turn to you.
Untap. Roll. What is Flash?
You can play a card that has flash at any time that you could play an instant.
Oh, okay. So if I play a card that has flash, it basically becomes I can play anything else like it's an instant.
No, specifically, that card can be played like an instant.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'll play Urza's Power Plant as my land per turn. I'll tap 3 to play Skittering Cicada. It has flash. You may cast colorless spells as though they had flash.
There you go. So
Okay.
now any colorless spell that you can cast as if it had flash.
Whenever you cast a colorless spell until the end of turn, Skittering Cicada gains trample and gets plus XX, where X is the spell's mana value. And I will.
I'm starting to think I should have let you keep Zuladoc. That sounds like a much bigger issue.
I'll tap 4. I'll tap 4 to play Mystic Forge. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast artifact spells and colorless spells from the top of your library. If I tap, I pay 1 life, exile the top card of my library. And gets a +4, so that's how much Mystic Forge. And he gains trample. So now he's a 6/6.
Until end of turn.
Um. Oh, yep. Till end of turn.
Cool. Well, it's a good thing you can't attack with him.
And I will. Yep, I'll pass.
Cool. We will untap. Upkeep. I will investigate from Morska. And I will draw.
Got the top card. Did you draw land? I think they're on vacation again.
I will.
So, question.
Yes.
Since it says I can tap pay 1 I can tap to look at the card at the top of my deck at any time, and I can cast that spell from the top of my deck. And would I still have to wait? If I look at it on your turn, would I still have to wait in order to pay the cost to play it, or can I play it on your turn?
If you have the mana to play it, you can play it at any time because colorless spells you cast have flash.
Okay, because okay, that's all.
Yeah.
I was just
Now,
making sure I was.
yeah, you would still have to pay the mana cost,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna tap 5, and we are gonna play Chulane, Teller of Tales. She is a 2/4 with vigilance. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. You can pay 3 and tap her to return target creature you control to its owner's hand. I will then tap Idol of Oblivion to draw a card. On the trail with trigger, I will not put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield because I don't have one.
$1 Doritos and $1 Doritos Taco Bell.
Morska will trigger again. I drew my second card per turn. So I will swing at you for 6 commander damage.
$80 for that's not bad. I will. I'll take the day. How much? 8.
6. I think I did say 8, but I meant 6.
At 4.
So that'll put you at 10 commander damage.
30. But also
And
didn't you want to explain how like commander damage works compared to just regular creature damage?
yes, so in a game of Commander, you have 40 life to start off with. Um, Whenever you are dealt damage by an enemy's commander, that damage obviously takes away from that normal 40 health, but it also is tracked separately. If you hit 0 life overall, you lose the game. Or if you are dealt 21 commander damage, you also lose the game. So right now I have hit Nuke twice, once with 4 commander damage, once with 6. So he is at 10. If I hit him with 11 more, I will win the game that way.
Gonna try not to.
And
Did you
I'm gonna
pass?
do my best to make it happen. Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Now untap. Roll.
Yeah, Joel. There are some play groups that play with commander damage. Some don't. It's an optional rule. To be honest with you, it comes up a lot less often than you'd imagine.
Why the? think I just like eating me.
Playing it because it's fun. We're having fun.
Having fun. Trying to make sure I'm doing all of this.
I believe in you.
All right, so
Is
I
it an
will.
official rule for tournaments? So that all depends on the tournament organizer, to be honest with you. Commander in and of itself is not necessarily a tournament format. You won't see a lot of like pro tour tournaments for Commander. It is definitely one of the more casual formats of Magic. However, most local tournaments that I've been a part of or competitive commander leagues do utilize commander damage as a rule. Continue with your turn. I'll have my headset on. I'm just grabbing a drink real quick.
You're good. So I tap 3 to play Matter Reshaper, and
Yeah.
then I tap 3 more to play Mirage Mirror to make a copy of Matter Reshaper. Sorry, not Matter Reshaper. Make a copy of Power Stone. Mystic still have. I'll tap Mystic Forge, pay 129, exile, and keys. Nothing. Nothing. Sorry, Mirage Mirror. Mirage Mirror. Copy of a enchantment or command until
Now,
and
keep
I
in
use
mind,
Mirage. It will trigger Jittering Kata. Make him give him a +3, a 5/5, just so end of turn.
I'm not sure if it'll come into play this turn or not.
Yeah.
But if you use Mirage Mirror to become a copy of a legendary artifact or creature, you'll have to sacrifice one of them due to the legend rule. The legend rule for those who don't know, you can only have one named permanent of any legendary type on the field at one time. So, like an instance, Chulane, Teller of Tales. She is a legendary creature. I can only have one of her. If I have an effect that creates a copy of her, I would have to sacrifice one of them.
Just played Matter Reshaper. I have 3 colorless mana, but I can't. But it was mainly 5 and trample. So I will go to my back. It is a 5/5.
Yep, I will take 5 going to 34. Also, Joel, well, so it's not too overpowered. Well, about
I'll
that.
pass. For Mirror will here.
Joel, about that. There are a lot of ways to get around the legend rule.
Yeah,
So it's more of the
need a few cards.
it's more of the legend suggestion.
Wondering what? Yeah,
Like,
I'm about to say talking about the getting around it. The commander card,
yeah, I was about to say
Sliver Grave
Sliver
Mother.
Grave Mother
The
legit
legend rule
says
does not apply to slivers you control.
exactly. We will untap upkeep. I will create a clue token and then I will draw. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So we will tap for 2. And we will play Joel Rael, Monvuli Recluse. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 green cat creature token. And I can pay 4 and 2 green. Until end of turn, creatures you control have a base power and toughness of XX, where X is equal to the number of cards in your hand. I will then. Chulane will trigger whenever I cast a creature spell. I draw a card, and then I may put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. I will draw my second card. Because I drew my second card this turn, I will put 2/1/1 counters on Morska, and I will create a 2/2 green cat creature token. Meow meow. Then I will tap for 4 to play Adrix and Nev, twin casters. It is a 2/2 with Ward 2. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. Chulane will trigger once again. I cast a creature spell, so I will draw a card. I still don't have a land, so I will not play one. Um, moving to combat, we are going to swing with an 8/9.
Is thinking with what?
An 8/9 commander.
It could be blocked.
Yeah,
I'll block with.
cool. I will then.
I have to ask because I remember dog meat is an unblockable.
Yeah, there are some that either are unblockable themselves or have effects that make them unblockable. Ba. I'll go ahead and tap Idol of Oblivion just to draw a card, and then I'll pass.
All right, I'll untap. Okay. I will tap. Draw. Try to make some magic here. Try to.
Ah, I see what he did there.
Was that worth it?
He said the name of the game.
Say the name of the game. All right, I will tap. I will pay 1 life. I'll tap this and pay 1 life to exile the card at the top of my deck.
Joel, you know what they say. Where three or more are gathered, the magic happens. Bro, my cat keeps walking around this apartment like he pays rent.
A Air Hunter becomes tapped. Choose one. You may put a land from your hand into your battlefield tap, or return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap.
Interesting.
Right?
You can't do either if you don't have lands.
Oh. I will pass.
Ooh. I will untap.
I just gotta remember I could use that on you.
Upkeep, I will create a clue token. Adrix and Nev will see that, and I will create 2 clue tokens instead. I'll draw a card as life turn.
Trying to survive. I need some lands here.
We are going to tap for 3. We're going to float that 3 mana. We're going to play as. Actually, no, we're not. Actually, yeah, we are.
I'm meat all red eyed eating mashed potatoes and corn.
We're going to float that 3 mana. We're going to play Azorius Chancery as land for turn, returning a forest to my hand. We will then use that 3 mana that we had floating, and we're going to play Tireless Tracker. Tulane will trigger, or I'm sorry, Tireless Tracker has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you investigate, so you create a clue token. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, you put a 1/1 counter on Tireless Tracker. Then Tulane will trigger. I casted a creature spell, so I will draw a card. I will
I love
put.
the wording.
I'll put a. Yeah.
Funny.
I'll put a. Tulane will trigger. I drew my card. I will put a land from my hand onto the battlefield. Making 2 clue tokens because of Adrix and Nev. On the trail will trigger because I drew my second card this turn. I will put another land from my hand onto the battlefield. This one comes in tapped. Landfall triggers again, and I will create 2 more clue tokens. More skill will trigger. I create it, or I drew my second card, so she gets 2 1/1 counters. Jolorel will trigger. I drew my second card this turn, so I will create a cat token. Adrix and Nev will see that, so I'll make 2 cats instead, which gives me a total of 3 cats. Holy shit, this got complicated. Hang on.
Talking about how everything going on, you get confused sometimes.
It'd be like that, bro. All right, we are going to tap for 2 to play Talisman of Progress. Same as Talisman as Curiosity, except I can tap this one for a white or a blue instead of a green or a blue. We are then going to tap that for a blue, which will deal 1 damage to me, taking me to 34. And we will tap Command Tower for a green to play Lonus, Cryptozoologist. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under my control, I investigate. I can tap her to sacrifice X clues. Target opponent reveals the top X cards of their library. I may put a non-land permanent with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield under my control. That player puts the rest of them onto the bottom of their library in any order. She enters Chulane will trigger. I will draw a card. I do not have a land to put onto the battlefield. However, I will go ahead tap Idol of Oblivion to draw another card, and I still don't have a land.
Sorry, they're on vacation with mine.
Moving to combat, I'm gonna swing at you with a 10-13 commander.
I'll block.
Or I'm sorry, not 10-13. 10-11.
I'll block.
Cool. And then I'll pass turn.
All right. I'll untap, draw. I will look at the top of the deck. I still didn't draw land. Crazy, right?
I mean, I'm drawing land now, but it helps that I'm drawing like 4 or 5 cards a turn.
I'll tap 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. To play Dreamstone Hedron, tap for 3, or I could pay 3 colorless and tap to draw 3 cards. He has all 6. I'll play the +6/+6 on Scary and Cicada, which gives him once again trample, and he becomes a 8/8.
Solid.
I will I'll tap Dreamstone Hedron to actually no. And I'll just move to my battle step and I will attack you with an 8/8 with trample.
Cool. I will take 8, taking me to 25.
And I pass.
And does he have vigilance?
No.
Untap on my
What's that
upkeep.
Matt Pat retired from his channels?
Upkeep, I will create 2 clue tokens because of Atrix and Nev. I will draw. I'm going to go ahead and I will play Temple of Enlightenment as land for turn. Landfall trigger on Tireless Tracker, I will create 2 clue tokens. We'll scry 1 from Temple of Enlightenment. We'll put that on the bottom. Maybe. We are then going to tap Idol of Oblivion to draw a card. On the Trail of Trigger, I don't have a card to put onto the battlefield. We will, however, tap for 2 to play Serene Sleuth. Whenever he enters the battlefield, I investigate, so I will create 2 more clue tokens. Chulane will trigger, I will draw a card. No land card. Drew my second card for a turn, so Marsko will get 2/1/1 counters. And then I will create 2 more cats, putting me at 5 cats. I'll then pay 2 to evoke Wave Sifter. Wave Sifter is a 3/2 of flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, investigate twice. So I'll create a total of 4 clue tokens because of Adrix and Nev. And then since I paid its evoked cost instead of its mana cost, it is sacrificed immediately when it enters the battlefield. However, I did cast a creature spell, so True Land will trigger. I will draw a card, and I will put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. Tireless Tracker will trigger. I'll create two more clue tokens. I will then
Get him. Don't let Duke Nukem win.
I'll then tap for 5 to play Aerial Extortionist. Whenever it enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, exile target up to 1 target non-land permanent. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may cast it. Whenever a player casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card. I will exile your creature thing, your Skittering Cicada, and you can cast it for as long as it remains exiled. I cast a creature spell. True Lane will trigger again. I will draw a card. What's your health at?
I have 10 commander and 28 regular.
You have 28 regular. Cool. I am going to tap Lonus Cryptozoologist, and I'm going to sacrifice 21 clue tokens. And I will target you to reveal the top 21 cards of your library. I can choose a non-land permanent card with mana value 21 or less and put that onto the battlefield under my control, and then you put the rest on the bottom.
Alright. Four. Wow, no lands. Jesus.
I'm doing you a favor.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Seventeen, 20, 21.
Cool. What's the highest mana cost out of all of them?
11.
11. I'll take that one. What's it do?
Spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of non-creature artifacts you control. You can sacrifice 2 artifacts, return 1 Metalwork Colossus from your graveyard to your hand.
And what's its power and toughness?
It is a 10/10.
Cool. I get a 10/10 now. Because I sacrificed 21 clue tokens, I am going to put 21 +1/+1 counters on Tireless Tracker.
All of these go on the bottom of my library.
Correct. I will then move to combat.
Sure.
Yep.
I feel like you don't need to.
I'm going to swing at you for 24, 12, Commander. And yeah, that's it. I don't need to swing at the rest.
Sure. I don't need to.
I mean, yeah. The Commander damage alone would have killed you, but...
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Alright, let's see my next card's a land. It wasn't even a land. This is crazy.
That's crazy. You need a table shuffle.
Oh my god. We're out of lands, bro. Where are my lands? I'm about to just put lands in my pocket.
Same for a rainy day. Keep a little piggy bank.
Alright. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna play one more and then switch to play the last one with my slivers. Since you're not using slivers right now. I didn't want to run 2 slivers at the same time. It'd be crazy.
Well, no, that's how we're ending the stream, right?
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah, we gotta end it running both slivers.
Yeah.
That
So we'll
means the stream
do.
is never gonna end.
So we'll do one more. I'll play this deck. You play your slivers, and then we'll do the last one. Two slivers.
We could do let's do two slivers now. I forgot we was
Do
gonna end
two
the stream
slivers
with
now.
double slivers. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and do that then. RS headquarters. You probably bought that for your sliver deck.
Yeah, I bought that one for. My commander is Sliver Grave Mother. He's using the same sliver deck also, but his commander is the first sliver.
Correct. Same general precon. We've both made a couple of upgrades to it.
Yeah, I made a
He kept his commander the same.
I kept my commander the same until my shop gets the first sliver because my shop didn't have it.
My shop also did not have it. I just got lucky and happened to be friends with a really cool guy who was like, "Yeah, you can have mine." And I said, "All right."
I said, all right. We'll be the last one to sliver out of this alive.
Well, what's cool about running two slivers is there are several sliver cards
This is gonna
that
get confusing so fast.
give universal effects. So there's some that are just slivers that you control, and then there are some that are all slivers. Like my biggest one is Sliver Legion, and
That's the one I'm missing also.
it says all slivers get +1/+1 for each other sliver on the battlefield, which means all of his slivers get that effect too.
I'm missing that too. It's those three I want to add to my deck. The first sliver, that one, and then there's still one more. Name of it.
Oh yeah,
On a lie.
Joel, this is going to come down to who has more creatures out because one creature is going to be able to kill you. Yeah, Crouton, let's throw our cards on the floor.
I'm good.
Let me make sure I don't
Yeah,
shut
so we
my
want to try to do this at
cards
least
upside
once a
down.
week. And if there's anybody that's watching that has like a good to get into Discord, and more than welcome to join us and come play also. Oh, we're hoping to just add people. As we do this every week, we get more people that are interested that has Magic and has a camera that they can use to join Discord to show like their playmat, and hopefully get up to 4 people that we can all play.
One, two, three, four,
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be
five,
a rough match.
6, 7.
I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11.
Yep.
I rolled a 10. Damn it. Yeah, I'm good with this.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'll start with Secluded Courtyard as my land for turn, and I pass.
I will draw. I'll play Mystic Monastery. Enters tapped, and I will pass.
I will pay Prairie Stream tapped. I pass.
Untap. Can you read Secluded Courtyard for me real quick?
Secluded Courtyard enters the battlefield. Choose a creature type. I choose Sliver. Tap to add add one mana, or tap to add one mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells of the chosen type, or activate an ability of a creature or creature card of the chosen type.
Fantastic. In that case, I'm going to play Exotic Orchard as land for turn. I can tap to add one mana of any color of a land an opponent controls could produce. I'm going to use both of those. Untap those for Felwar Stone. Felwar Stone, I could tap to add one mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. And since you have a land that can produce any color of mana, I will tap Felwar Stone for a red to play Striking Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have first strike. Pass turn.
Untap, draw. And I will tap for white and one blue. One color and one blue. And I'll play Wing Sliver. All Sliver creatures have flying.
Oh, sick. Guys, my slivers have flying too.
And how much? What's the attack on your side?
It's a 1/1 with first strike.
As well, I'm a 1/1 too.
Nice. But you don't have first strike. Only slivers I control have first strike.
Unfortunately, so I'll pass.
All right. We will untap. We will draw.
But we all have flying, so if I'm able to, I'll love to learn and play it. Just don't know of what I can do without it just being my phone. When I move, I'll have more opportunities, and I'll see what I can do of my disability. Joe, that'd be awesome. If ever, you get set up. Like I said, I'm learning too, so I've never played Magic. It's my first time playing Magic, so we can learn together.
We're
As
gonna
we're
tap
learning, and
2.
Crouton has 40 slivers on the field.
We're gonna tap 2 to play an Arcane Signet. We're gonna tap the Arcane Signet and the Felwar Stone to play Sentinel Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have vigilance. I will then swing a 1/1 flying first strike and vigilance at you.
Oh, so I'll take 2 damage.
You'll take 1.
Oh, you
First
said
strike,
first
not
strike,
double
not
strike.
double strike. Sorry. I'll take 1.
And then I'll pass turn.
I'll untap. I will draw.
Yeah, Joel, it definitely depends on the play group, but like an atmosphere like this game can be very relaxing.
Even in my sliver deck, my lands are on vacation. All right, so I will tap this for a red, and I'll tap, Prairie Stream for a white. And I'll play Cloud Shredded Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have flying and haste.
Solid.
And I will swing 2 damage your way.
Swing 2, swinging with Cloud Shredder.
Yep, both of them. Cloud Shredder and Winged. For 2 damage.
They're both 1/1s.
Yep.
Cool. Since I have flying and first strike, I'll block both of them.
Forgot about first strike.
Guys, I no longer have flying.
And I'll pass.
We will untap.
I forgot about first strike,
We
guys.
will
So
draw.
first strike, even though I'm attacking, it lets his damage go first.
Oh, hey. We're going to tap for a red to white. We're going to play Cloud Shredder Silver. Guys, I have flying again. And then we will swing 4 your way.
That put me at 35.
And then we will pass.
Now untap draw. And I will tap for. I'll tap this for a green and tap this for color. To play Crouton's favorite, Venom Sliver. And I pass. Now I have Death Touch.
Oh, just you? Damn it. But you don't have flying, so.
Nope. I have Death Touch though.
You're going to tap 4 to play Lazotep Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have Afflict 2. Whenever a creature with Afflict 2 becomes blocked, defending player loses 2 life. Whenever a non-token sliver you control dies, amass slivers 2. You create if you do not have a sliver army, you create one and put 2/1/1 counters on it. If you do have a sliver army, you put 2/1/1 counters on that army. I will then swing for 8 in the air. For first strike. Vigilance. Haste.
Yeah, 27.
And I will pass to you.
Up tap, up. Oh my god.
I can't hit a land either, bro.
This is crazy. Where's the lands at? Alright, guess I'm just gonna tap for 1 blue so I can stop taking damage. And I'll play Gale Rider Sliver. Sliver creatures you control. Now I have flying. And I will pass.
Untap.
So now I have Death Touch and flying on the field.
Oh my god.
Here.
We're gonna tap for 3. And we're gonna play Hollowhead Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have tap, discard a card, draw a card. And we're gonna swing 10 at you. Just a reminder, I have first strike.
I'll put me to 17.
And I will pass turn to you.
Yep. Oh, God. I got a land.
Oh my god.
Transport. And then I will. I will tap 3 to play Herald's Horn.
Nice.
As Herald Horns enters the battlefield, choose a creature type.
Choose
slivers.
slivers.
Creature spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. At the
Oh, it's
beginning,
just that you cast.
At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it in your hand.
Nuke finally has an upkeep trigger.
My first upkeep trigger. I only have 17 health, so I don't really think it matters. And I pass.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to use Hollowhead Sliver's ability. I'm going to tap my Cloud Shredder Silver, discard Quick Sliver to draw a card. It's not what I wanted, so I'm going to
I'm gonna take
tap
it back.
Striking Sliver.
It's not what I wanted, so I'm
And
gonna take
we
it back.
are going to. We're going to discard Nomad Outpost to draw a card. Also, not what I wanted, so we're going to tap Sentinel Sliver. We are going to discard Blur Sliver, draw a card. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it one more time for good measure. Jesus. All right. Now we're going to untap.
Untap.
Yeah, that was at the end of your turn.
Yeah, no.
Now we're going to draw. Still didn't hit a land. I mean, I kind of did.
Any card's a land if you believe it's a land.
I
Or if
mean,
you
we're going
squint
to
your eyes
tap
hard
through and we're
enough.
going to cultivate. So I'll search my library for up to 2 basic land cards. I'll put one onto the battlefield tapped and one into my hand, which I will then play as land for turn. So I mean, like, it's something. It's not what I wanted, but like, well then
Pass. Oh, thank you.
swing at you for 10.
Have to. Just saying.
I mean, I got vigilance, flying, first strike, and haste.
Yeah, have to.
I've
Any
also got a
card is a
flick
land if you
too, so
believe it is. So,
I said they've also got a flick too, so even if you try to block him, you'll lose 2 life.
better than 10. You pass.
Yes.
Tap. Upkeep. I'll look at the top of my card. If it's a slip, I can put it. I got it. And now I draw. It was a land, guys. Yeah, I told you. If you went and believe. So good.
I think it's pretty good.
I just don't think so. Yeah, I can't really do much here. Tap 2 for Belwar Stone.
That's right, Joel. I'm going for the unstoppable metal.
And I will. There's nothing.
I can't get a Wii Ran in Destiny, but I sure can get one in Magic.
I'll go. Wait till I learn. Once I learn how to play more, I understand like how these cards work and how this.
Yeah. I've used that
line.
line in Destiny before. Once I learned how to play the game, you're fucked. Like,
So good. I'm about to go spend $1,000 to go upgrade my Eldrazi deck, and I want to see you win then.
all right, we're gonna tap a white, a black, a blue, a green, and a red.
Here comes
We're gonna play the first sliver.
first sliver.
We're gonna cascade.
So does the first sliver affect all slivers or slivers you control?
Sliver spells you cast have cascade.
You cast. Okay.
Hey, I've got shifting sliver. Slivers can't be blocked except by slivers.
Good thing I'm playing slivers.
I guess I just swing for.
Or you can just pass.
I could. I'll do that.
Okay, appreciate it. Let's go.
I
One more
I
card.
fig-
Oh
I
no.
figured I figured I'd give you a chance to move on to another game, try this again. But if you want to keep it going, we definitely can.
Yeah, we could go. We can go again. I drew for the ancestors.
What's that do?
For
Probably
the
probably nothing right
ancestors,
now.
choose a creature type. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of cards of the chosen type from among them and put the revealed cards in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So let's see. If I did play it, right, I will tap 3 for it. And
Or
that'll
she
be
hit
2.
6 lands.
Yo, imagine it's 6 lands. I will cry. Oh my god, it's 1 land already.
One land, let's go.
1 land. A creature.
Oh damn.
Another creature.
Damn.
Another land.
2 lands.
Another land.
3 lands.
And another creature.
3 lands, 3 creatures. That's not a bad hit.
Oh my god, that's funny. Hey, 3 for 3,
Three for
right?
three ain't
It
bad.
would have been a 3 for 3. And then this one is slivers you control have double strike.
Nice.
And slivers you control, when this creature enters the battlefield, slivers you control get a +1/+1 until the end of turn. If you're the monarch of end of turn if you're the monarch. Otherwise you become the monarch.
Oh yeah.
Regal Sliver. This card would have been nice because then I will have double strike. I'll have death touch and I'll have
And you'd
flying.
have the flying, so
And
you could deal with mud.
I would have been good to survive, but
Yeah, you
I
could have
would
dealt with my shit then.
I would have had enough to summon it anyway before I died.
Let's see what I would have gotten next turn. I would have gotten another land. I would have played Brood Sliver. Brood Sliver would have entered. I would have done my Cascade shit, which would have given me Necrotic Sliver, which would have cascaded again.
I didn't get a chance to play Metal Gear Online.
Into 3 visits, which would have helped me find my land. Brood Sliver would have been hilarious. Whenever this is a global effect, so it would have affected you too. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may create a 1/1 colorless sliver creature token. So it's like we just sit there dealing combat damage to each other back and forth, just building up massive board states.
Yeah, I didn't get to play Metal Gear Solid Online, unfortunately. I know there's the way I play my games on the emulators on my handheld, they still have Metal Gear servers. I joined the Discord where they still play Metal Gear Online. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. I'm still trying to finish Phantom Pain. I never played it and I still haven't finished it, so I want to finish it first. The only Metal Gear I have not finished yet.
Alright, are you going first or am I?
You can.
Alright.
Right, I think I just shuffled all my lands to the bottom of the deck, so we should be good.
Yeah, I can keep this.
Not keeping none of those because none of those are lands. Guess I was serious when I said I shuffled all of them to the
I
bottom.
guess I was serious about it.
I'll keep this.
Cool. We are going to play the World Tree. It enters tapped, and we will pass.
Well,
Got half my combo on the board already.
I know, right? I'll play planes and I'll pass.
Untap, we will draw. We will play a Nomad Outpost, and enters tapped, and we will pass.
Draw. I'll play Secluded Courtyard. No, our favorite because we can both use it.
Yup.
And I will tap. I'll tap a green and color to play Venom Sliver. Slivers you control have Death Touch, and I'll pass.
What a guy. We will untap. We will draw. We are also going to play our favorite, Secluded Courtyard. Naming our favorite. And we will tap 3 for a Spiteful Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. And we will pass.
Untap, draw. There's no upkeeps. I'll play Prairie Lands. And it enters untapped because I have entered tapped. And I'll tap Secluded for a blue. And I'll play Gale Rider Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have flying. So I have Death Touch and flying.
Nice.
And I pass.
Untap. Draw. You know what? Just to piss you off,
I don't think you should. You don't have to.
we're going to tap for 2 black
You don't got to.
and 2 colorless.
Ain't good.
And we're going to play Crippling Fear. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't of the chosen type get -3/-3 until end of turn. I'm going to choose vampires. So all of our slivers die.
Oh, that's that's fun. All right.
And then I'll pass through.
I'll untap and I'll draw.
Fuck your flying. Fuck your death touch.
I will play Mountain for my land per turn. I will. I'll tap for 1 white and 1 color to play Snoo Sliver. All sliver
Didn't even-
creatures get a +1/+1.
Nice. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, I could do the help. And I pass.
We are going to play a plains. And we are going to tap for a white, a blue, a black, a red, and a green.
After having used it himself, he doesn't want to rumble with Death Touch and Flying.
Play the first sliver.
Oh,
Got
and
Cascade.
since he's a sliver, I give him a +1/+1.
Thanks, man.
Welcome.
That's a land.
That's a land.
Oh, hey. Wing Sliver. All sliver creatures have flying.
Oh, and he also gets a +1 from me also.
Hell yeah. Then I'll pass turn.
I untap. Draw. I'll play Scolding Tavern. Tarn, sorry.
You saw me lean in. I was ready.
And I will tap Secluded Courtyard for a black. Plains for a white. And Prairie for a color. I'll play Necrotic Sliver. All slivers have sacrifice this permanent, destroy target permanent.
Nice.
So I have to pay 3 to destroy a target permanent, right?
Yes.
And then I will I'll tap Scolding, Mountain, Scolding, Tarn, and Mountain for Arcane Signet.
Scalding Tarn, I believe itself does not tap for mana. You pay 1 life, sacrifice it, search for a land, and put it onto the battlefield.
Then I'll tap.
Cool.
I'm not even gonna look at the bottom of my deck because the top, because I know there's no lands up there. So I went straight to the middle. And from the middle of my deck, I was gonna say from the middle of my deck all the way back was nothing. I do have Sliver Legion. I did get that one. Okay, cool. Thought I was missing that one.
You're probably missing Sliver Overlord then.
No mountain in here.
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley
I'm pretty sure I
low.
have Sliver Overlord. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure. And shuffle my library. Shuffling all these cards is a lot,
Yeah, it is.
and I'll pass. I already did my thing. I'm just shuffling, so you can go while I
Alright.
shuffle the pass.
Untap. We will draw. We're going to play a Scattered Grove and enters the battlefield tapped. We're going to tap for Wooburg once again. We're going to play Sliver Grave Mother. Cascade. And a Predatory Sliver. Cascade again.
You just got Grave Mother in your deck, but you use First Sliver as your commander.
Correct.
Hopefully he gets it this. I'll ask him tomorrow if he
I'll find a card that costs 1 mana. Don't worry.
It's
I'll get there eventually. There we go. Gale Rider Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have fly.
offline already.
Shut up.
Excited to see more of these kinds of streams. They're real chill and relaxing. They are. I want to. That's how I'm gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing these at least like once a week. It's nice, chill. It's nice, chill, relaxing, and hopefully bring some more people in and have a lot more fun. And when Crouton gets crazy, instead of just being a one-on-one, we could turn it into a three-on-one.
Go and relax in my ass. Nuke, take 10.
I don't want to.
8/8, 8/8, and a 2/2.
What if I say no?
I mean, you can block if you want to.
Will.
All right, cool. 7 of that is commander damage, by the way.
We're not gonna do commander damage this
All right.
one. Is that 10 plus the +1/+1 I give everybody?
No, that is just the +1/+1 I get. So actually, it's 12.
But you didn't add that up, so wait. Maybe next time you remember.
Ooh, you make me angry.
Did you pass?
No, I think we're just gonna sit here all night. Joel, I hope you're in for a long ride. No, yeah, I pass.
Better.
I don't
Untap.
have that strong of a
Upkeep,
willpower.
subdraw. I would tap. I would, of course, I would draw this card when we're both playing Sliver.
Did you get Silver Legion?
No, I would
Oh,
tap
damn.
for 1 white and 3 color. For Essence Sliver. Essence? Whenever a Sliver deals damage, its controller gains that much life.
Oh, so silver creatures have lifelink. Cool.
And I pass.
All right, we will untap. We will draw. We will play a Opulent Palace, enters tapped.
So right now,
Will-
Slivers have flying, lifelink, and what do you have? Because you have one that I don't.
I have flying.
You have flying.
Yeah, you give all slivers +1/+1 and lifelink. I give all slivers flying. Everything else is just for me. We're gonna tap 3 for Siphon Sliver, Cascade. That costs 3. Into Gemhide Sliver, Cascade again.
I got this. I got plenty. I got plenty of Twitch Beacon and Red Eye Medicine and coffee.
Aha! Striking Sliver, and I have nothing that costs 0, so please don't make me fucking do it. Then we will tap for 3 to play Lava Belly Sliver. Cascade. Cascade into Felwar Stone. All right. All slivers now have you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. So I fixed your land problem.
Thank you.
You're
So I
welcome.
was just figuring out my land problem right now.
Well, I didn't say I could fix it on time. I said I would fix it. I am going to swing for. I'm gonna swing for 17. First strike, flying, lifelink. Nine of which is commander damage.
And can I block with Snooze Sliver first for the take the +1 off of everybody, and then block with Sliver and
No, you would declare blockers, and then combat damage is all dealt at the same time.
they all get what their damage all first, all of them.
Mine would go first because I have first strike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your first strike. They all have first strike.
They all have first strike? What on your side gives first strike? Because mine is just sliver creatures you
No,
control.
you. I'm saying all of your slivers
Oh,
have first strike, right?
all of mine, yes.
Okay. They're swinging how much damage? 17, you said?
Let me do the math again. 17, yes. And I will gain 17. And is there anything else I can do? Nope. I will pass.
Draw. Now draw land. Need them now. Alright, I will play my land per turn. Cool. So I will tap a white, blue, red. And I can tap one of my slivers for. I can tap one of my slivers for. Oh, this.
I was about to say you could tap your
Okay.
slivers to add 1 mana of any color.
Yeah, I forgot I had the arcane. I'll play Sliver Grave Mother. Oh, Sliver Grave Mother, the legend rule doesn't apply to slivers you control. Each sliver creature in your graveyard has Encore X. X is mana up. So my slivers in the graveyard. Encore 5/5. Exile this card from your graveyard. Copy. X that opponent. All right. So if I'm making their mana value X, what does that really do for me? I never used Sliver Grave Mother. This is the first
Hang
time.
on, let me look.
I say you got yours, right?
No. Its mana value is the same. So if you have something that costs 3 mana in total, it would have Encore 3. So you would pay 3 and then do the effect.
Do their effects?
No. The Grave Mother effect, the Encore effect.
Okay,
So you would pay 3, exile it from your graveyard, yada yada yada.
Okay. Gains 1. And I'll move to my battle. I'll attack with a 2/2, 2/2, and 8 damage.
I will block with a 2/2, a 2/2, and a 4/4.
Sorry,
And
hold
mine
on.
have.
It's a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 4/4.
Then I will block with a 2/2, a 4/4, and a 4/4, all with first strike and lifelink.
Keep forgetting about first strike. Go ahead, you can go. I'll take it back.
I take it back. I will gain 10 life. Don't forget to gain your you would have gained 9 life because you had a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 4/4.
Yeah.
Draw.
Funny.
That didn't really help. Maybe we'll play a land. Um, hmm.
And the burger I got is a 1 pound burger. That I was. Now I'm just asking myself how am I gonna eat it.
Yeah, we'll swing for we'll swing for 15, 8 of which is commander.
And you got first strike.
Yep, first strike and all the other goodies along with that.
All right. Got 5 left. I healed myself a little bit.
And I'll pass turn.
Yep. I will tap 5 for coat of arms. Each creature. Huh? What's up?
I'm just laughing about Coat of Arms because it affects me too.
Coat of arms. Each creature gets a +1/+1 for each creature on the battlefield that shares at least one creature type with it. For example, if 2 goblin warriors and the goblin shaman are on the battlefield, each get +2/+2.
So each sliver will get plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, +10/+10.
That fun.
What a time to be alive.
Right? And since I'm probably gonna die anyway, I guess I'll swing 16 commander damage.
16? I mean, since we're not tracking commander damage, I'll take 16.
And I gain 16 health.
That puts me down to 57.
Puts it down to 57.
Is that a pass?
Yep, I pass. Go ahead, have fun.
See if I can draw the card. I can't. That's another land. All right, so that is going to be 18 plus 17 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 13 plus 13. So that's
A lot of damage. Let's just say
18
that.
plus 17 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 13 plus 13. It's 121 damage.
Oh. I can't take the damage if you're not in the Discord. So
Don't kick me out. Don't do it.
Oh man. Let's see what my next card would be though. Oh, look at that. Sliver Legion would have been my next card.
Sliver Legion. It's another global effect.
All sliver
I
creatures get a
would have had another
+1/+1
land.
for each other sliver in play.
Yeah, it's essentially coat of arms on a creature.
So that would have been a ×2 for every sliver. That would have been I would have had a 20 plus 20, and you would have had each of your cards would have been like 20 plus each.
I was about to say the only like I would have irked out just a little just because I had predatory sliver, which gave my slivers an extra +1/+1. Like literally it would have just come down to the wire on there.
There are D&D Magic decks also, Joe. I played one. It was kind of
They
it
can
was
be a lot
kind of
of
fun.
fun.
He had like an incursion. He had to delve into a dungeon, and each path each path in the dungeon let him get different things, draw a card, +1. Just depends on the path. And then when I attacked him, I gained the incursion, and then I delve into the dungeon and gain whatever path the dungeon took me, which was cool. I would definitely be interested in playing a D&D deck after I learned to play regular Magic more.
I would
They just
recommend
look interesting.
Minsk and Boo for you. It seems to be up your alley as far as like what you enjoy playing.
Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out with us. I took 4 losses today.
Oh,
In the
Nuke, I've
team
got
zone.
the same deck box.
I know. I got pink, purple, and yellow. The only 3 colors I
Nice.
found.
I got yellow and then just a straight black one.
They got a straight black one. I definitely got to get one.
This one's from a different company. It's the same style of deck, or same style of box. It's not one of the Ultimate Guards. This one, or actually, no, it is by Ultimate Guard. It's a Return to Earth line, so it's made from recycled plastics.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Good night, Crouton.